we're going to test and review one of the most popular and legendary SUVs in the world, the Toyota Land Cruiser 200 series, a car that has been famous for years due to its high durability, incredible power, and excellent off-road capabilities. Today, we will perform our usual tests on it: the acceleration test, braking test, suspension test, handling test, and finally, the crash test. Let's see what this car has to say. So, first, let's go to the acceleration test. Here we have a car with a 4.5-liter V8 turbo diesel engine that produces 268 horsepower and 650 newton meters of torque. This power is sent to all four wheels via a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Let's see how many seconds it takes for this car, with its 2,600 kilograms weight, to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. So, 3, 2, 1, go. It's really slow, not what I had in mind, so let's move on to its braking test. This is where it gets really tough for this car. As you can see, it managed to brake in about 44 meters. I think we shouldn't be too hard on it because it's an older car and its weight is very high. Let's move on to the suspension test. This is a test we probably shouldn't even be doing on this car. It's child's play for it. Let's go for the harder off-road tests. As you can see, the car's performance is really smooth and fluid. It doesn't lack anything at all. On that rocky cobblestone terrain where we tested other cars before, its performance is excellent. So we decided to take on these harder tests. As you can see, the car's performance is very smooth and fluid. It's great. It's performing superbly on this terrain as well. As you can see, the car is performing excellently again on this path. Now let's go to this other route to really show you the off-road nature of this car. But here we have to move slowly. As you can see, all the car's wheels are trying to stay on the ground. Just look at the softness of this suspension. You don't see this softness in crossovers, not even in city sedans, and definitely not in sports cars. They have nothing like this. Only and only off-road vehicles have this great capability, and that's exactly why we call them off-roaders. As you can see, it's traversing this path very well, smoothly and fluidly. How beautifully it's moving. And that's that. Let's move on to the bumpy terrain test. On the bumpy terrain, it has to perform extremely well. We don't expect anything less from it. As you can see, the car is performing very smoothly and fluidly. I don't see any problems in its movement. Let's move on to the handling test. This is where it gets a bit difficult for this car. For the handling test, I started at 50 kilometers per hour, and it was good. It managed to pass the obstacles well. Now let's set the speed to 55 kilometers per hour. At 55 kilometers per hour, the car also managed to show really good performance and passed through easily. Now, to make it a bit harder, I took the car to 60 kilometers per hour. At 60 kilometers per hour, the car couldn't perform well at all, because it has a lot of body roll, and on top of that, its high weight and soft suspension don't allow it to have good handling. But I finally managed to record 60 kilometers per hour for this car with a lot of effort. So we can say that 60 kilometers per hour is enough for testing this car. Alright, before we go to the exciting crash test, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us which car and test we should review next. Let's go to the exciting crash test. First, we start with the frontal crash test at 64 kilometers per hour. As you can see, the performance isn't what I expected. We can say its performance isn't good at all. The A-pillar, the front pillar of the car, is severely bent, and we can say its external performance isn't good. But it must be said that from the interior view, the passengers weren't injured at all. Now the opinion is yours. Tell us in the comments. Is its safety good in this section or not? But ultimately, the main goal of good safety is to keep the passengers safe. Let's go to the head-on collision test. This is where the car's performance is relatively good. We can say it was much better than the previous test. For example, we can say the car's pillar didn't bend much. Not bad. Now, let's go to the car-to-car head-on collision test, where both cars collide with each other at 64 kilometers per hour. You can see that both cars showed very good performance. We can really say it's very good. The car's safety for the passengers is very, very good. Right, now the external appearance isn't very appealing, but it provides good safety. Let's go to the rear trailer crash test, where the car hits the trailer at 55 kilometers per hour. We see that it again shows good performance. Of course, this test is a bit harder for sedans and sports cars, which have lower ride height than SUVs like this one. Now, let's go to the side impact crash test. As you can see, the car really showed good performance. From the interior view, you can also see that the passengers are completely safe, and we can give this car's safety a rating of 3.5 stars. Now, what's your opinion? Be sure to tell us in the comments. Thank you so much for watching the video this far. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, goodbye for now.